Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman Progress series. Today's episode is going to be focused on catching a load of dragon implings, mostly to get our glory, which is the main reason we got 83, but also to get some dragon bones and baby dragon bones along the way, get our prayer up so that we can start questing. We'll be getting our Graceful back and working at LMS to get our rune pouch. Now I won't show you LMS because I do the coward's way out of just trying to win the first fight and hiding, but yeah, you'll see when we get there.
Who is gonna win between one huge black demon and me stepping a tile to the north?
Spoiler, tile to the north always wins. Finishing up Grentree, nice and easy, always a good one to get out of the way. Which will leave us with 44 attack and 41 magic, which is very juicy. Came over to start the Lost City quest, which in hindsight is probably not the best idea, considering that when we go to catch lucky implings we'll want as many spaces as we can, and a Dragon staff in the inventory will hinder us a lot more than it'll help us. We don't have the stats to do Fairy Tale and Lock Fairy Rings just yet, so we'll end up dropping it and redoing half of this quest anyway later on. But we are going to finish this, at least get it started, finish this quest, and then go and plant our oak tree that we kept from Wintertop for some reason. Maybe get some starter farming levels if it survives. Quickly suicided at the Draenor prison, I guess you'd call it. Just recording it this time, just in case anything spicy happens, but we're just going to pick up our runes and then head over to Intrana. I've always killed these zombies over in the mushrooms near that main corridor, but then I realised that these fungus here, cheeky little 15 hit points, that actually act as a really good safe spot for them. So this is the first kill, and as per, we get the bronze axe on the very first kill. And now we've got to go and get chanced. We've only got a few wines to our name. Just get ourselves through the zombies and through the demons. I think the greater demons that we run through. But like I said previously, this is the only real way to get a Drama Staff back. And anytime we do drop it for inventory space or whatever, because we can't store it, it's going to be a pain to actually get back, because we'll have to do this part of the quest over and over. You don't have to kill the boss again, which is good, so we can just come here with enough runes to get a bronze axe, and then we can chop the tree. But yeah, this is one of the pains until you get the Lunar Staff from Lunar Diplomacy, which you can buy back from Purdue, the little guy with the backpack at respawns. I think it costs about 60k to actually buy it back, so it is it's not cheap, but you know, money's disposable. You can come and get money from anywhere. You don't have to suicide and come back to Intrana. So that'll be the way we go. Obviously that's a long way down the line, but that will be the path that we'll end up going down eventually. But until then, we'll have to keep coming back, keep killing zombies naked, and then getting an axe and coming chopping the tree. Now, I don't know about any of you, but anytime I see all my stuff on the ground like that as a death pile, I know in my head that it stays there for an hour. But every time it's on the floor, it's so nerve-wracking. You can probably see from the Graceful clips in the last video, or the video before, I don't remember where we're up to now. But it's so nerve-wracking just having that time limit ticking down on everything you've worked for. But we got everything back, no problem anyway. Just clear up our inventory. I don't know why I chopped so many drama branches. I think that's just habit. Go and finish up the quest, and then probably head to Puro Puro to go and get our magic net and get ourselves set up for dragon implants. So we got our starter pack from Elnock over here. You're just asking for some spare equipment. You can only do this once. After that, you have to buy your jars from him. I think you can buy about 10 a day. It costs you about 2k a jar, which isn't bad if you've got none. But what we'll be going for is the magic butterfly net and a couple of jar generators, because we can actually store the net and up to 1,000 jars in Elnock himself. So getting these will just be well, it'll be us being good to future us. So that we don't have to come back and pay 20k every time to get some jars to start off with. We'll be keeping our eyes out for any dragon imps we see. But this place is so heavily packed with bots that the chances of us finding one, being able to make our way over to it, to catch it, is quite low. They've added a new, I'd call it a mechanic, in that if one of these bots, or if anyone in particular, if it's a real player hunting, if anyone catches like a bind or anything on these implings, it won't let you catch it even if you're next to it, so they can be across the map and keep rebinding the implings. And there's nothing you can do about it even if you stood next to it. It says another person is currently trying to catch this imp, something like that. Along the way, we did run into a couple of these, but we did manage to snag ourselves a dragon impling anyway. I think this one took about an hour-ish, yeah, of hopping through the worlds. I think I went around twice, just stood in one corner, moving about a little bit. And unfortunately, all we got is summer pies. So, not too useful. We have already got a high agility level, but it will be nice to have some noted food. So we keep hold of it for a little bit and just unnote it as and when we need it. So after this, we decided to get set up to have Impling scouts. So realistically, we want a lot of dueling rings so we can get across the map. And to do that, really, the easiest way is to complete the feud, to unlock the rune shop to get cosmic runes, because I ain't running through the wilderness. Who do you think I am? So we completed the feud, nice and easy, safe spotted the bosses, no problem. And then we wanted to really unlock Canifis. I know we put this off before, but obviously we're done with Wintertot now, so we are free to get as many HP levels as we want. So we went over, finished that, no problem. Had to take about 3 or 4 trips for the essence. Not the worst I've ever done. And then, yeah, we were technically set up then. But before we begin anything, we've got a few things just to get out of the way. So we started Bon Voyage, got our kudos up, and spoke to the lady over here just to get some extra XP and a few skills. If you've never done this, just go and talk to her. You never know, you might have a lot of XP just stocked up with her. I think it's every 50 she gives you a bit more. So we grabbed hold of that, and then we made our way over to our oak tree, which did not survive. Big surprise. And this is where we have been scouting our dragon imps. We started just doing it on the one account. Got ourselves a dragon, which gave us more pies. Was that? Got a magpie for some rune claws. You see quite a lot of magpies and ninjas floating about when you are doing these, which are, you know, we'll sell them all eventually to the shop to get ourselves a little bit of money. They do look very janky on a female model. I think everything in this game is based on a male model. But yeah, and then a magpie for rune warhammer, so there's like 50k there. Nice and easy, just in passiveness. So we'll stay here for a little bit, see how many we can get. We are using Settle's The Grotto Discord for imp scouts. It's a really useful little Discord. You can get it just by searching on his Twitter, or I'll link it below. If you are hunting dragon imps, you can opt in to pay with the bot in there, just however much you want to pay. It can be 500k, it can be 200 mil per dragon imp, but there's some people that pay like a 500 mil bounty, obviously like Settle did in his videos, for like lucky implings with the rune crossbow, blah blah blah. Dead easy to use. You just tell the bot that you're online, and then if anyone scouts the dragon impling, like here, they'll just ping you with what world it's on, and yeah, you just go and get it, and then you sling them across 2 mil. The problem with most of these spots is they are a pain, and like this here, and the little man laughs at me, they do just do what they want. So let's see what we get from this one, if we ever catch it. Maybe. Please? Okay, we'll be back when we actually get it. And there it is. Maybe. Yeah, there it is, finally. So, this guy we run into a lot. He is also a UIM, but unfortunately, he's looking for dragon arrows, which is exactly what we just got. Man's on the Inferno grind, so sorry, boss, for all the ones that I actually stole from you on this little grind. Here's an example of ones that we got scouted for us. This one was some dragon darts, and while we got this one, the guy that was scouting for us scouted us a second one right near our house part. We put our house up in Relica because it's an area we don't really have any teleports to at the minute. But the same person scouted these on 2 separate accounts within a few minutes of each other. So it is a very good Discord to use if you have got the GP on another account ready to go. So we'll grab this one and then pop them both open and see what we get. Oh, we already got darts from the first one. D-Long, so nice Alk. We will make a little bit of cash from this grind, but we have got ourselves some dragon bones in the inventory, as you can see, some baby dragon bones. This one gave us some bolt tips. Again, same guy within a few minutes of the last one. And then again, another one at the Jewel Arena. I did hop around here for a bit, but as with finding any dragon implings, it's just a pain unless you've got multiple accounts set up. Like later on in the video, we do get 2 accounts set up at a good place that I'll show you now that I'm finished. But yeah, the Jewel Arena is a very good one for people just passively find, especially if you know anyone that's just rune crafting doing lavas, because they do just bing about. So this one gets us a little run around. Finally, there we go. So this one gets us more baby dragon bones. So 364, which is already plenty for 43 prayer. This is an example of me scouting my own. So I've got my main Ironman there, up at the north of the Gnome Stronghold, and then I'll be scouting on the ultimate down at the bottom. So this one actually did get us some dragon bones, which is more or less us. And there's Bus again, unfortunately. You just saw him teleport away, but he didn't want them anyway. So yeah, this is where I'll be scouting myself while waiting for calls from hunters. It's a very good little spot. You just put one down near the south entrance to the stronghold and one up here in between these 2 pens, and just hop between them, and you'll find one every like half an hour or so, maybe more often if you're lucky. Another DM scouted. Let's see what we get from this one. So again, really now we're done with bones and we're mostly just hunting for a glory. That one got us up to 505 baby dragon bones. So we're definitely done with bones now. We don't really want any more of them. You can see we've got a little few bits where we've caught some magpies in the inventory. So we'll need to go and clear ourselves out quite soon. But scouting ourselves another dragon implant up at the pens. As you can see, they do get trapped inside of here. So this DM was next to, in the world next to this ninja implant in the same pen. So they do get quite trapped in here quite often. So it's a good little spot if you just hop in one, although I did see a few people, so I'd recommend doing it both at the north and the south of these. So from that ninja, we got some mystic gloves, and the dragon, that got us some bolt tips. Put us up to 46 dragonstone bolt tips. Not the best. Not the best. But finally, there's a clip of the southern spot right down here, right near the gate. Do highly recommend coming here. That got us some dragon darts. Not bad. Nice little, I'd say it's an Alk, but we're just going to sell it to the West Ardy store. Just like so. Now, you don't actually lose too much by selling to this store. I'd sell 5 things. So if you've got like a big stack like dragon darts, dragon javelin heads, rune javelin heads, them kind of things that you get on a late game Ironman. If you're not up and into Alk agility like I'm not, just sell them to one of these stores. So this one of the Rogue's Den, sell them 5 per world, hop, 5 per world, hop. It's quicker than alking them, definitely. And you only lose, you know, like a few thousand GP over the course of it, depending on what it is you're selling. So you don't actually lose that much compared to the time saved, and you don't have to buy nature runes for it. In between waiting for the scouts, here was what we made for the end of the last episode, actually, the little sneak peek. This is what it looks like on the inside of every time I make these little things. It's pretty cool, so I just wanted to include it. And the astute among you would have noticed that we've had some marks of grace there ready to go. So in between scouting and when I'm not messing about in Blender trying to make little edits for the episodes, we have just been running laps. So we got ourselves our first 2 pieces back of Graceful. I don't know why I had hard leather gloves. I think it was for a quest. So we're going to keep doing that. Mostly because Camelot's more difficult to us to get to. So if we hang about there when we get scouts, it's a good place for us to be. But here's another one we scouted ourselves. At the Gnome Stronghold entrance. Another easy one to get to. Just run to a spirit tree. Dead easy to get to. Let's see what we get from this one. Nice. Not bad. Mystic Road Bottoms. Nice little elk. About half an hour later, I did accidentally keep recording the clip, so I do know, because I've just had to watch through it again. We find another dragon impling up towards the north. And this one gives us more summer pies. We did sell the last ones while we were there selling, but, you know, they're easy to come by, apparently. We don't need them at all. And then here's another one that we hop into here, where it's got 2 magpie implings stuck in the pen, which I thought was interesting. There are worlds with magpies, ninjas, dragons, both, all sorts of different combinations of them. But they do give you some nice extra little passive GP. So obviously these amulets of powers are actually our best in slot, but we're going for glory. We're not settling for no amulets of power. In our downtime, we've been trying to make the decision as to whether we want to go back for purple Graceful or whether we want to just get full Graceful. Obviously, getting purple would mean we don't have to get the 35 marks for the hood or however much the hood is, but we would need to get like an extra 75 marks to recolor the rest of it. So I think what my decision is going to be is that we're going to get normal Graceful, just a full set just of normal Graceful, and if we want to recolor it, we'll go to Brimhaven or something and get the dark blue, because I do like dark blue, and that purple hood can stay just as a little trophy and let us remember where we came from, our humble beginnings. But there's 60 marks, which is enough for the legs. Yeah, enough for the legs, which is one of the most expensive pieces. So we'll grab those and then make our way back over to Camelot for some more scouting. But we may as well run a few extra laps just while we're waiting. Got ourselves a D-imp spotted over near the volcano. This time I did bring binds. We did lose one before this. Just because it flew off over the water and then never came back. So, pick this one up. You never know, this could be our lucky one. If it doesn't go. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, see. Yeah. More Dragonstone bolt tips. Gross. A couple more scouts coming in. One here got us some dragon arrows, which is always nice. A little bit of GP we can sell to the shop. And then we got another one at the Jewel Arena scouted for some dragon daggers. Again, nice GP. Finished off Bon Voyage in between imp scouts and then made our way back over as we got one scouted at Karamja again. One of the worst places for us to get one because we teleport from Ardy and then take the boat to Brimhaven, then run over to Brimhaven, and yeah, every time, obviously we've got an extra piece of Graceful in between each one of these scouts, but yeah, every time we have a little bit more run energy left over. But we get there and get this one with some bolt tips, and here we got our first message off someone. This was the reason I made the clip at the end of last video. It honestly did make my day that someone I didn't know had actually watched the videos. So again, if you do watch and you want to pop up, say hello, see how things are going, see what we're up to, send me a message. It was yeah, it was really nice. It really made my day. So please do send me a message if you fancy it, want to check in, see how we're doing. Got an imp scouted over at the Jewel Arena. I understand these are probably getting a bit repetitive. Trust me, I know. We were a little dry on the actual drop for the glories so far, but you know, we preserve on. We've done worse grinds so far. But this was coming in for some more dragon daggers, which again, some nice GP. Scouted ourselves one over at the Gnome Stronghold entrance. Again, as you can probably tell by now, this is my favorite spot to scout. Highly recommend again. But we'll see what we get from this. No! So close. Yes! Yes! Finally! Finally! God damn! So finally finished. We've come to our house to actually make the mounted glory, which will be unreal for starter of the game. Obviously, we can't charge these too simply without going off into the wilderness and unlocking hero skill, blah blah blah. So we've come up, and there it is. There it is. That is what we got 83 Hunter for. So that's unlimited charges on that. As long as we can actually get to our house, we will always be able to do that. We've got one to wear, and then the third can be stored in Sophanum. But here we are. We've got 2 pieces of Graceful, well, 3 pieces including the crate left to get. We will destroy this from the Easter event. So there it is, mostly full Graceful. We've just got the cape, which will be our last piece. Obviously, we didn't want to be carrying around the cape in our inventory while we were doing imps. But with all that said, I do think this is a good place to end the video, as it's getting quite long. So thank you so much for watching. We've got our bones for next time. We've got our glories. We've got everything we were going for. We're going to clean up our inventory, get stuff sorted, and then move on to the next grind. So thank you so much for watching. Stick around for a sneak peek, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.